Swadika, it's now time for the midday edition of NBT World Brief on NBT and NBT World. And you're with me, Sandra Han Utsaha. In our first story, concerns have been raised among durian growers and traders after a well-known influencer announced plans to sell durians at 100 baht per fruit through a live stream campaign supported by the Ministry of Commerce. Deputy spokesperson of the Ministry of Commerce, Goranit Nontui, says the average durian price currently stands at around 140 to 150 baht per kilogram, which remains consistent with market conditions during the harvest season. He clarified that the 100 baht per fruit durian promotion is part of a domestic consumption campaign led by PILGRIMS, the well-known online entrepreneur, aimed at increasing local demand and distributing lower-grade durians that are still good for consumption but may not meet export appearance standards. The ministry emphasized that these durians are typically smaller or less visually perfect and are sold for the domestic market at lower prices than export-grade products. Premium grades are still being sold as well to support overall price stability. The deputy spokesperson added that the ministry is expanding the use of influencers and live commerce platforms to bring farm products directly to consumers. The initiative aims to improve market access, stabilize seasonal prices, and help farmers generate sustainable income while encouraging digital trade skills development. In other news, the Department of Energy Business, or DOEB, has filed a complaint with the Department of Special Investigation over suspected irregularities in oil transport documents involving several oil storage companies. Progress has emerged in the suspected oil stockpiling case after the Department of Special Investigation, or DSI, previously summoned an oil shipping company for questioning. On April 27th, a task force known as Team Sutsoy, acting under authorization from the Department of Energy Business, filed a formal complaint with the DSI against 6 oil storage companies. The complaint follows the discovery of more than 100 irregular oil transport documents linked to traders under Section 7 during inspections of marine oil transport operations in March. Investigators found that 6 oil traders did not comply with regulations set by the Department of Energy Business. Required documents must include buyer and seller details, vessel information, transaction timing, and shipping schedules. However, some records were found to be incomplete. The case was led by Titipat Chodechatayanan, who said the team acted under instruction from Energy Minister Ekanat Prampan. Deputy Director General Anurak Rotana Nirankit said the DSI will review the case and decide whether to accept it as a special investigation case. The Royal Thai Army says it is closely monitoring the Thailand-Cambodia border situation while reaffirming strict adherence to previously agreed statements as comments linked to China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi on Cambodia's stance are being assessed. Army spokesperson Major General Winthai Suwari said Army Commander General Pana Klao Blotuk has ordered continuous monitoring of the Thai-Cambodian border, including patrols, intelligence gathering, and fortification improvements, with a strong focus on troop safety. He reaffirmed Thailand's strict adherence to the December 27, 2025 joint statement, under which both sides agreed to maintain current force deployments, avoid reinforcement along the border, prevent provocations, and reduce misinformation. He noted that cooperation on cross-border issues has remained limited, but dialogue continues. The Army spokesperson said both sides remain in their own sovereign areas, with no significant provocation detected recently, although minor unclear incidents have occurred. Communication channels remain open, and the Army stays alert but not alarmist. Regarding remarks attributed to China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi, suggesting Cambodia does not want conflict. The army spokesperson said intelligence assessments do not indicate any imminent threat, stressing that media statements alone cannot be used to predict military deployments. He added that China's proposed mediating role between Thailand and Cambodia would ultimately depend on both countries' decisions. In our next story, the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister has raised the country's plan to withdraw from a maritime agreement with Cambodia during a regional meeting in Brunei, while reaffirming continued dialogue under international law. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Sihasak Pongketkaew is attending the 25th ASEAN-European Union Foreign Ministers meeting in Bandar Seri Begawan of Brunei Darussalam. During the meeting, the Deputy Prime Minister held bilateral talks with several counterparts, including Cambodia's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Prak Sokhonn. Thailand informed Cambodia that it is in the process of withdrawing from MOU 44, a memorandum of understanding on overlapping claims in the Gulf of Thailand continental shelf. The Thai government plans to submit the issue to the cabinet for approval, after which an official notification will be sent to Cambodia. Thai officials stress that the withdrawal does not end negotiations, but aims to shift discussions to a clearer and more internationally recognized framework under the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. The government reaffirmed its commitment to maintaining constructive dialogue and gradually improving bilateral relations to support future negotiations. And in one more story, the first group of HAJJ pilgrims from Thailand has begun their journey from Madinah to Mecca in Saudi Arabia, marking a key step ahead of this year's pilgrimage. The first group of 777 Thai pilgrims has begun departing from Madinah to Mecca in Saudi Arabia in preparation for the HAJJ pilgrimage scheduled for late May. The pilgrims had stayed in Madinah for 9 days before continuing their journey. They are being assisted by officials from the Hajj Affairs of Thailand office and representatives from Saudi Arabia's Mashari company. Upon arrival in Mecca, the Thai pilgrims will first perform Umrah rituals before remaining in the holy city to continue their religious observances ahead of the Hajj pilgrimage. The movement of Thai pilgrims to Mecca is scheduled in phases from April 27th to May 2nd, with transportation provided by arranged bus services to ensure convenience and safety throughout the journey. And that is all for our midday edition of NBT World Brief. You can stay updated with the latest developments right here on NBT and NBT World. And for more stories, simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, I'm Sandra Han Utsaha. สวัสดีค่ะ